Well, I didn't mean to start recording then. Hey, I can't hear you. You are muted.
Hey.
Hey, you got the perfect background.
Thank you.
You do. I'm like hoping that the doorbell don't ring or nothing. I'm right at the front door. I wasn't thinking this. I should have went upstairs, but I don't have the best. I don't have the best internet up there. I need to see myself and see if I need to do something. Because I do not see myself. Oh, because I need to turn my camera on. Can you see me?
I cannot. There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love your glasses.
Thank you. It's time for some more. They're blue sometimes or purple sometimes, but when I tell you I have stepped on them, slept on them.
No.
It's time for a new prescription when you're putting them down like that. You know. Yeah. Thank you. Though. Thank you. I always pick a pair that the insurance don't cover.
Yeah.
Always. We'll wait for the other ones. Do you see me? I see you great. Like I see your shirt up. Do you see all of me?
Yes, I see you from here on up.
Okay. All right, good. But my background is blurred.
Yes, a little blurred.
Yeah, I think I turned that on for another meeting and don't know how to get it off.
Oh, okay.
I keep young people around me to help do stuff like that. How's everything?
Everything is good. Everything is good.
Good. How's your husband?
He's doing pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
In good spirits. He's doing good.
That's good. In good spirits. That's important.
Very important.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be your first of many?
Yes, this is something that y'all helping me live out my dream. So my degree is in journalism first from Southern Arkansas University, but then I went back for a management degree here in Alabama. But I really like interviewing people. Now, it's too late to get on. It's too late to get on TV or whatever. But this internet is providing people the opportunity to live out their dreams.
It is, but it's not too late. It's not too.
Yeah, it's too late to get on TV. So I got this. I got discouraged from that years ago. Because my cousin from California visited and she said, "Oh, you're doing radio and TV or journalism, whatever." She said, "What are you going to do about your Southern twang?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And I thought I couldn't do it. I could have just done it and stayed in the South until I learned.
But you know what? You don't have to change who you are to be on TV.
That's true. That's true.
Look how Tabitha Brown speak.
That's true.
You have to be yourself.
That's true. She is my inspiration. She shows that it can be done.
Yeah.
From a small town like Huddick, 597 people.
It definitely can be done.
What's the population of Strong?
I don't even know. But
it was more than Huddick. It used to be.
Population is Strong.
But Huddick is 597 because the sign says it, and my husband says when we go there, it's 600 for the weekend.
Because y'all busy, huh?
Me, him, and Ferg, yeah.
Honey, I know. I don't know that. Let's see what it say. 483 is what it say for 20.
With the past y'all. I guess you claim Strong. You should claim Huddick. What do Bass Chapel claim? Where you went? So, what's her name? The principal.
Miss Lusk.
No. The girl, our friend, Billings.
Oh, Kim.
Yeah. So she reached out to me about being on something with Strong Huddick School District, a committee or something. And I was like, hey, why don't we ever have any commencement speakers from Huddick? She was like, oh, I never thought about that. And so she did. She started researching. And so this year it's Terry Lacey. And she sent me a word and say, you have not because you asked not. Because we're supposed to be combined. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that was good. That's good.
Well, that was good.
Yeah, Terry is a good guy. I thought I did expect Twala to be on by now, but I did not expect Nicole to be on by now. we almost had an argument earlier today.
Uh-huh.
So today is she and her husband are have bought a venue, and today is the grand opening. But
Oh,
she didn't
wow.
tell me that when I asked her.
Uh-huh.
She didn't realize it, and then so I said, before I publish this flyer, let me get somebody else. I was thinking of Koya Lovett. I don't really know her, but I was thinking of her or somebody. No, I can do it. And then earlier today, she was like, today is very important for me and my husband. I was like, hey, I tried to let you out of this.
What time was the grand opening?
I think it's a open house. Now I don't know. It may have been 6 to something, but she knew.
Oh, okay. That's exciting though.
Mm-hmm. They do big things.
Yeah, I'll be saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be saying
They do big things. They're a perfect combination too.
yeah.
Yeah, they do big things. Oh, Twala's getting on. Hey, good evening. You're on mute.
Oh. Hi.
Yeah, I'm glad you got on because we got to do something about your light.
Yeah. Okay, let me see.
Pretty house. Mm-hmm. Oh, baby, you beat. You should be beat.
I gotta represent.
You done beat it to the little G gods. Do y'all know each other, Alicia and Twala? Do y'all know each other?
No, let me see.
No.
So, Twala is significantly younger than us, but she grew up in Huddick. Okay. Grew up Kojic like me. But yeah, she grew up in Huddick and is very successful. Her makeup line, her makeup business, Weekend Fetish, and also she does have a learning curve business that you reach out to business owners, right, Twala?
Yes.
And help with their financing.
So I do. I'm walking around trying to find light. I'm sorry.
You have a ring? You have a ring light?
My kid do, but I don't know.
You see,
you know what? I know where I can go. It's light in there for sure.
Yeah, you look like the makeup lady. I like it.
Now I don't do this all the time, but
let me go and have this argument with Nicole.
Uh-oh. Is that better? Or no?
It looks blurry to me. What about you, Alicia? Alicia, are you talking?
No, I was just trying to see. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. Just work it out. A ring would probably help.
Okay. How much time I got? 5 minutes.
You got time.
Okay. Hey, I'm signing in now.
Oh, don't sound so happy about it. Is everything going great? Okay. All right. We'll see you in a few seconds. Okay. Who is April? Oh, this is somebody to join us.
Yeah, she just.
before Nicole even get on. I'm gonna start right at 7, y'all, if she's on. Y'all have to let me know some more people who are doing big things from our neck of the woods.
I
That'd be
send you a
something.
couple.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, 4 minutes. Where the kids, Twyla?
I just got a text message. They on their way. I'm like, what? You keep them after me.
I triple dog dared Fergie to come in. She done went to sleep. She was supposed to go to
take them to my sister.
Okay, 2 minutes. I'm trying to get Nicole time to join. Hey, Nicole.
Hi.
Hey.
How are y'all?
Oh,
Good. Oh, goodness. Hi, Alicia.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Okay, so I take it, Nicole, you and Twyla, of course, know each other.
Hi. Yeah. I didn't see, all I saw was Alicia at first. I'm sorry. Now I see everybody.
We're gonna get started. Well, good evening, everybody. Our participants and our viewers. We ask that our viewers mute your phones, mute your computers, and we only ask that our participants have their devices off mute. I thank you all for joining us tonight. We ask that God bless this conversation. We hope that someone is inspired by it. And I want to thank you three ladies for allowing me to interview you. I'm living out my dreams through Donald Trump's internet. We'll dig right in. We'll jump right into our questions. Tonight we have Alicia Williams, Nicole Smedley, and Twala Brumfield. I'm going to start. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves a little bit. Just tell us about your business just a little bit, and then we'll get into the questions. Alicia, we'll start with you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Alicia Williams. I am the owner of 2 childcare facilities. One is Happy Hearts Learning Academy, and the second location is called Tiny Hearts Learning Academy. I've been in the childcare industry for 12 years.
Awesome. And Nicole?
Hi, I'm Nicole Smedley Johnson. I am a mother of 2 children, Kaylee and Colin. I work in the events industry, my husband and I, Kevin Johnson, and been in it for actually going on 12 years as well. And it's been great.
and Twala.
Hi, my name is Twala Brumfield. Y'all may know me by my last name Jefferson, but but I own Weekend Fetish. It's a makeup line. We started in 2019, me and my sister. But before that, by trade, I'm an accountant, so I do accounting and consulting. But this is a passion project that we doing, and it's been good so far.
And I am wearing Weekend Fetish on my lips.
I love it.
I believe in supporting Black businesses, and of course, I believe in supporting my homegirls. Yeah, so you guys should check it out. Weekend Fetish. It's at weekendfetish.com, Twala.
Yes, weekendfetish.com.
Awesome.
I have to say that I would not have known about it if we didn't have this discussion today. Yolanda, aka Sherelle, told me about it. I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm excited. I definitely will be trying getting some of your makeup soon.
Awesome. And I forgot to say, I am Yolanda Hicks, aka Sherelle Manning. I don't care. I know in Birmingham, if somebody calls me Sherelle, then they must know me through Cynthia Bridges from Strong, Arkansas, is how I got to Birmingham. So if I'm in Walmart or somewhere and somebody say, hey, Sherelle, I know I must have met them through Cynthia Bridges, Hobby, because I'm Yolanda Hicks here. I'm Sherelle Manning at home, but I go by both. Now, for some reason, my husband and daughter, probably the last couple of years, have started calling me Sherelle. But anyway, I think we went home one weekend and they came back calling me Sherelle, and that's how it is now. This is going to be a very informal conversation. Of course, being a mother comes first. If kids come in, it's no problem. Let them be on the camera or whatever. If you need to take a phone call, I mean, we understand. It's just my first interview, and it's very informal. But I hope that someone will be blessed and inspired on how to balance business, they and them babies. So let's jump right in. The first question that I'm going to ask you guys is, we already talked about the name of your business and how long you've been in business. Do you all remember your first customer? Does anybody remember your first customer?
I do.
Okay.
It was my friend.
Okay.
Her name was Tanisha.
Oh, wow. She was the first one to go online and buy that lipstick.
No, well, she actually purchased it directly from me.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Is she still a customer?
Yes, she is, and she's still a friend.
What about you, Nicole? Nicole is an accountant by trade, and we always laugh. Nicole is my first cousin, for some of you who don't know. My grandmother would be getting a good kick out of Nicole, getting all this education in accounting, and she had started her master's in accounting. I don't know if she finished. And my grandmother would be like, Lord, Nicole is making flowers with that accounting degree. But she does way more than make flowers. She makes people's dreams come true through her floral designs. Nicole, do you remember your first customer?
I do. It was actually, I kind of have 2 first customers. One was when I did silk flowers, and I have no idea why this lady trusted me. I don't know what I shared with her to make her let me do flowers for her weddings. At that time, it was silk. It was very easy to do what I was doing. The colors were yellow and black.
Let's
And
hey, Delisha, let's meet.
and then then I went into doing fresh flowers, and that's when I started my business by myself. The first one I had with another lady. So when I started that one by myself, I actually had to go drive to Branson, Missouri, and I got to do some fresh and silk flowers. So and I was in the wedding, so I do remember that. Many moons ago.
Awesome. And what about you, Alicia? When you first opened the doors, did you have a waiting list?
When I first started doing childcare, I was licensed at home.
Mhm.
And so I do remember my first customer, my first client rather, and the little boy, he stayed with me until I think he went to kindergarten. He came, then he went to Head Start, and then he ended up coming back to me. And then I think he left when he went to public school, or either he moved away. I can't really remember the story. But once I got into commercial, I took the kids that I had at home. So I started with like 6 children in my facility. And then they started coming and coming. Cool.
That's awesome. Do you keep up with the kids and know where they are now?
I do know where all the kids that has been there. Yeah, I do.
That's awesome. So for me, you guys, leaving, I actually left Southern Arkansas the next day after walking at SAU, the very next day, because Nicole was in Memphis. So Nicole is 2 years younger than me, but I can say she's who showed me it could be done. Can you guys say who from Southern Arkansas showed you we can leave small town, Strong, Arkansas, 480 something people, Huddock, Arkansas, 597? Who showed you that it can be done?
Well, for me, I was inspired by my Aunt Sabrina. Aunt Sabrina has been doing weddings for years, and we used to share photos. This was before social media. We would share photos that we would find online of just different weddings, like flowers that we like, or different, ballrooms or whatever. And we would do it over and over, and that really piqued my interest into this business. Never would imagine doing this, but she was definitely my inspiration.
And she's from small town USA.
Yes, and she's from Camden, Arkansas, actually.
Right.
Yeah, she's from Camden.
What about
she
you?
She still does it to this day.
Oh yeah, you and her sometimes partner up.
Yes, sometimes she'll come up here. She doesn't really like fresh flowers, but she'll come up and grunt through it with me sometimes. Because she likes to prepare her stuff ahead of time, where mine is very short. You got about 4 to 8 hours to get it out. So
what about you, Alicia?
Someone that showed me that I could leave small towns,
or that you could have a business, that you could do this.
I would have to say that it was through social media. I've followed a lot of childcare owners on social media. And so like a lot of coaches, a lot of successful people that was doing it. So I kind of got in there and followed them, watched their lives and do stuff like that. And I was just like, go for it. Yeah.
You got to jump.
Yeah.
Who's that says that? TD Jakes or Steve Harvey?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Can't fly unless you jump. Fall, get back up.
That's right. What about you, Twala?
I would say it was probably my mom. My mom, she's been an entrepreneur ever since I knew. She had a in-home daycare. She sold lingerie, sold Ava. So she did, small things here and there. And, then once we decided to, start a business or whatever, it was just natural, I didn't get the sales part, the talking part until later, but I kind of channeled my inner Ruthie
Mhm.
with the sales part, but
Mhm.
I think she was the one that I saw that, you know, I can definitely be an entrepreneur. And she'd always encouraged, you know, us to do it. You know, you only live once, do it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And speaking of mothers, I'm going to ask you all, what is something that your mom told you and she was right and you're living it? Something in business and being a parent in your everyday life, because you know we're coming up on Mother's Day and we're all mothers. What's something that your mom told you and you're living it? And I'm going to share mine first. My mom has always told me that women get the shortest end of the stick, and the sooner you accept it, the better off you'll be. I seriously have friends who call me some days when they've had it. They've had it with work, husband, kids, everything, even church stuff. And they'll say, hey, tell me what your mama said, because they're trying to go to choir rehearsal. Kids need to be this place. Work is doing that. And I'll tell them what my mama said, and we'll get us a good laugh and cry, and we'll move on. But that's something she's always told us. Women just get the shorter end of the stick because we have to balance so many things. I feel that men may work harder or more, you know, they may get more tired, but they don't have to come home and start another job, in my opinion and in my experiences. So what's something that your mom has told you that you're living every day? We'll start with you, Twala.
A closed mouth doesn't get fed.
I love it. I love it. What about you, Alicia?
As far as business,
Or just in life, in life.
in life, I mean, one thing that she constantly always told me was, you just like your daddy. You just like.
Do you feel yourself doing stuff that's like him?
I do. And she always used to say, you know, like, I'm one of those spontaneous people. And that was what she always used to tell me. You just like your daddy. You know, you don't think about stuff, you just go ahead and do it first, and then you think about it later. But I'm just one of those people where I go for it, you know. I don't mind just trying and leaping. I guess, you know, you can say that. I don't mind just leaping and going for it. If it doesn't work, then I can always fall back. But at least I tried.
Awesome. And we do want to say God rest her soul and bless you. I didn't really want to know what to say, but I definitely wanted to recognize her in this moment.
Yes.
Okay, Nicole.
My mom is more of a doer. She's not really you know, she don't tell me a lot of foo-foo stuff. But my mom she has shown me that you can do whatever you put your mind to. My mom was an entrepreneur. She probably doesn't look at it that way, but she had her own business and was very good at it. And my mom was never afraid to, you know, go live here. She wouldn't live in the Northeast. She lived in Houston. She's very independent, and still to this day, and she always give back to others. And I'm a lot like her. And a lot of times she fussed at me for certain things. You know, Cole, don't do this, especially because we're always on the go. She's always fussing about, you know, what I'm not doing right about the kids. But then she'll say, well, I know you're gonna do what you want to do anyway. But that's because I'm just like her. So that's the kind of relationship we have.
That is awesome. I want to talk about business side. Can any of you share with me the highest moment? Like, when is the highest moment? Nicole, I know you are celebrating something very awesome in your business tonight, but I want, if you guys would share with me and everyone that's on, the highest moment in business where you said, yes, I'm glad I quit that job. I'm glad I followed my dreams. Can you remember your highest moment?
I can. I would say for me is the freedom in business, the freedom to be able to go in when I please. You know what I'm saying? So once I realized that I had the team that I desired, the team that I needed, and the team that would allow me to be free to work on the business instead of in the business, then I'm just like, hey, I made it.
I love that. When that morning when it's storming outside and you can sleep in, man, you've made it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
You've made it. And making it is relevant. It's what's important to you. And you
Mhm.
know, so you're getting to do some things that is important to you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nicole, you want to share what's going on tonight?
I'm getting a little emotional
Okay.
because this day is huge for us. And with Kevin and I both being in this industry, in the events industry, our dream, not really dream, I don't like to say dream, our just biggest goal out there business wise was for us to be able to share a space that we both can work out of, where he has his own kitchen, where I can do my flowers, you know, have our inventory, but we also have it as a venue. And we finally are there. It took a lot of years, and this is like super major for us, so we're very excited about it. But we know that, you know, this is just the first one. You know, they're going to keep coming. You know, we want even bigger venues, but we are very excited about tonight, and just, you know, just so thankful, and just even how we got here to do it, and all the support that we've had from people that we didn't even know, that is just like, that see our vision, that believe in us. Like, that's a big deal for us. So it would be this moment right now. So sorry, I got a little
Congratulations.
emotional.
Congratulations.
You know, it's been going and going all day. I haven't really sat down and let it just sink in. But as Yolanda was talking, you know, I'm gonna struggle saying Yolanda. But as she was talking,
you can say Sherelle. That's fine.
as she was talking, I one of those tears started coming because it hit me. It's like I finally got to sit down. Like, I'm enjoying having this conversation right now, because it's allowing me to just sit and think about, because a lot of times you're so hard on yourself, and you're pushing yourself, and you're going and going, but you have to really, you know, sometimes give yourself a pat on the back, and that's something I rarely ever do. But so that's why you see all the makeup and stuff. Normally my face is not like this, Swallow. Somebody came and hooked me up. He was like, "Oh no, you're not going like this today," and he did it very quickly. So, but
Kevin's
he
gonna kill
did
me.
what he could do in 15 minutes.
We got you over here crying your makeup off before pictures.
I'm ready to take some pictures. I'm good, girl. I'm good.
That's cute.
I'm so good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
We gotta go.
Congratulations.
Y'all, we gotta go to Texas and see the venue. I'm trying to go in July, but I hope I can get there before then. I'm so proud.
And you know, we'll share a lot. You know, we'll share a lot on social media and everything. So y'all definitely get to see it. You know, but you know, hopefully we can have some family functions. You know, maybe a Thanksgiving or something here sometime.
Girl, you making me cry. Okay. I'm proud of you, Paula. I really am.
Thank
So happy for
you. Thank you. Thank you.
So hard, let me get some tissue. I'm gonna have to use a piece of paper. It just hit me too, I think. Come on, Paula.
It just hit both of us. But Alicia, while we're getting ourselves together, Alicia, I have to say, I just remember seeing you, you know, with your daycare. I think it was your first one on social media. And I was just so excited for you. And, you know, you and I, it's not like we get to talk, you know, every now and then we'll do a comment on social media. But I just want you to know that I was cheering you on. I don't see your posts as much. I don't know, you know, Facebook is kind of
algorithm.
Yes. But you just have no idea how excited I was for you, and was just cheering you on. And I'm so glad to hear that, you know, you have more than one. And Twala, you too, like when Sherelle, I'm sorry. When
Sherelle.
Okay. When she told me, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that. I'm just both of y'all, just so happy for y'all. Happy for us.
Appreciate that.
Yes, for us.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. When I see your stuff on Facebook, all those events, I'm like, If I ever get married again, call me up. Hey, we do birthday parties.
Right. So Twala, you want to tell us about your highest moment?
I think my highest moment was, it doesn't have to do with weekend fest. Like I said, I was an accountant by trade. So when I was able to, basically say I quit and go out on my own, that was the highest moment for me. I had so much freedom. I could spend time with my kids, and that was right after my husband had died. I built up the nerve, like I'm about to do it. I'm not gonna half step it. I'm not gonna work and try to do it. I'm just gonna go out there and do it. And that was the moment for me, because I knew, when I took that step, I was like, okay, you can do this. You really don't need, a 9 to 5 to work for somebody to make it. And I knew I could make it.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
That's awesome. So that's a segue in. You said before your husband passed, I know you and Alicia shared that you've had some great loss in life. Alicia, I was at home the weekend, your daughter passed away, and I didn't know you well enough. I just wanted to put my arms around you. And it's so amazing how we all love each other and we don't even know it. Love each other, loving on each other, and cheering for each other. And Twala suffered great loss in the passing of her husband. Can you two ladies kind of share with us how you balance that with children and business, being a business owner? We know that if you worked for a corporation, you could take FMLA. You can, they have grief counseling. How did you do that and balance and continue to be a parent? I know, Alicia, your children probably weren't as small, but you had grandchildren. How did you guys do that and continue to be, to run your businesses, or just to take care of everyday, life occurrences?
Well, I'll start. I would say I would not have made it if I didn't have my support system. My mom, when my husband passed away, my mom came out here and she stayed for like almost a year.
Wow.
So I got to say my dad, because I took his wife away from him.
Yeah. I don't think my dad would have been like, you come to Huddy.
My dad, he's like, you go on. And then at the time, my brother, he was still in school. So, I took her away from him. And then I had my sister, that was amazing. And then I found like I have a true friend, like Tanisha. She helps me out with my kids. So I have that good support system. As far as balancing it with my kids will let me know if I'm working too much. They will let me know. And not only that, my sister, because when you're we first become a business owner, you have to do everything. And so at first I was working 7 days a week or whatever, but now I set boundaries. Because you can make time for what you want. And I stick by that. And I do not want my kids to feel neglected. And if they ever come to me and say, Mama, I want you home, I'm going home. I don't care who I'm talking to. I don't care what I got going. I'm gonna rearrange my schedule. I'm going home. So I never want them to feel neglected. So the balancing part, I got some checks. I got my kids to check me. I got my family to check me, but I got a good support system.
That's awesome. Alicia?
For me, all my children were grown, so they are grown. And so I really didn't have, small children at home to try to tend to. But like my grandchildren, she did leave 2 children. They were 3 and 6 at the time, but their dad, he wanted to raise them. And so, I was not going to take that from him. And so, just like Twala said, the support, the support from their father, the support from my husband, the support from my dad, just support in general from people that genuinely care. And as far as business and stuff like that, that's where it comes back in with that team that allowed me to be able to be out as long as I needed to. But I'm one of those people where I work. I try to keep myself busy and work to kind of keep off a lot of things. So I work, and then if I feel like I don't need to, you know, I have my moments. So where I just take off and do what I need to do. But just support in general, you know. Yeah, just support in general from family and friends.
Understood. Staff. You guys are very strong. I admire you, ladies. I really do. I'm working on that. Sometimes when things get to me, I just take me a mental health day, and not to say that you don't, but we call it in our family, we take it to the bed. they're like, don't tell Rail, she gonna take it to the bed. but once I take it to the bed and me and God talk that day, I'm good. I'm good the next day.
You know,
so Nicole, did somebody say something?
I did. That
Go
was
ahead.
time. There was a lot of times that, you know, I would just focus on different quotes and stuff that like would encourage me and give me inspiration and different stuff like that. Like, you know, and then like a verse I kind of meditated on that kind of kept me going. And then like if I even encountered somebody that went through the same thing I went through as far as losing a child, then I would tell them, this is the scripture I meditated. And even if you, and maybe it will help you as well.
That's awesome that you took your experience and you used to help people. My friend Dion, Lori Jones Huggins from El Dorado lost her brother when we were in college. And I will never forget, that's been many years ago. She said to me, God will give you strength that you didn't know you had. You know, she said, he will just give you strength that you didn't know you had.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So proud of you guys. You guys are very strong. Nicole, we know that you have not suffered loss, thank God. But you had children very late in life. And while you are balancing this business, you have two little bitty children. Nicole had two children over 40. I remember when she called to tell me, she sent me a text message on her second child when she found out she was pregnant with a second child. It was Easter. I don't know what this is about Easter, y'all. And she said, call me in Huddy. She sent me an inbox on Facebook, which was interesting. And when I called her, she was like, I'm pregnant again. I was like, oh, okay. As long as I don't have to raise another child at 40. Congratulations. But she has done it with a smile. We've gotten great laughs. Her business has continued to thrive, she and her husband. But she has two little children, believe it or not. So when y'all are seeing her at all these events and doing these workshops, she has two little children who are under 7. Is anybody 7 yet?
Yes, Kaylee is 7. And Colin is 6.5. He will tell you it's May now, so he's 6.5. On May 1st, he said, I'm 6.5 now.
Are they 10 months apart?
10.5.
10.5 months apart. Tell us how you do it, Nicole.
I had my 6-week break.
You have your 6-week what? You said you have your 6-week what?
I said I had my 6-week break. You know, after you have a child, your doctor tells
okay.
Yeah, I had my 6 weeks. And then Colin came. But you said, how do I do it?
How do you balance it? How do we see you at events? Where are the kids? What do you do?
Right now they're over there. Colin had changed. When I went back over there, I realized Colin had changed into his clothes. So I had to do that because Kevin and we have to juggle. So they're right there. They're at our venue, which is next door to where I am now. But for the most part, we have a support system. You know, I have an aunt here. Aunt Bria helps out a lot. Over this past weekend, Kevin and I needed a brain break. So, you know, we just didn't want to work and want to talk to anybody. So we went out of town. My dad actually came and kept the kids for a few days. So that was definitely appreciate that. My mom comes up a lot. So that's very helpful. But as far as balancing them, that helps us to be able to work. Every now and then we get a little getaway as far as balancing it, being a spouse. we get a getaway every now and then, but not too often. But fun things that Kevin and I like to do, like things we cherish is like after we drop off the kids at school, we'll go to breakfast together. Or, we'll do a lunch together. So this is during the week, because, on the weekend, a lot of times we're in separate places. When it comes to the kids, after we've because a lot of times we're working on weekends, when we have that downtime, when we're not, we'll go we do like little mini staycations. They love going to stay in a hotel, even though we may be in Fort Worth, or we may be in Irving or Plano, downtown Dallas. To them, that's just, they love it. So we do those things like that just so, we can have that time with them and feel like, they feel like we're actually doing something and going somewhere. So that's the best we could do right now. Could I do better? Yes, I always feel as a mother, me personally, I always feel like, I'm not doing good enough. But, I do the best I can do given the type of work that I do. I work when people are home, events go on at night and even, the weekends. So that's when, we're busy. So, but when we get that downtime, we do take advantage of it with the kids.
What do you do for fun, Twala?
By myself.
Or what do you do? What's fun for Twala?
If I'm, by myself, I like staying at home and watching TV. But
I get it. Alicia, what about you?
Same thing. I like staying at home too. I'm kind of like a homebody, but pre-COVID, I traveled a lot, quite a bit with some friends. So I definitely enjoyed that. And I've been trying to trip up. I've been telling them it's time to go. It's time. So if I can't travel, then I basically just be home. Nail shop. I go to the nail shop for like some downtime, self-care stuff like that. But mostly I'm home.
I like my treat is having lunch with friends. So because I'm in sales, I'm out and about during the day. And that's when I get to see my friends, because I don't really get to do stuff on the weekends. Because unlike Nicole, I don't have an aunt in town. And I'm a little salty about it. So, babysitter, whatever. So because being in sales, I'm not an entrepreneur, but being in sales affords me the time to see my friends during the day. So that's kind of, we do stuff on the weekends, but I get to do a lot of things during the day because I'm in sales. But I know we all like to travel, and hopefully one day it will, the world will open back up where we can travel safely. That's something I'm looking forward to. As we come to a close, not exactly a close, but one of our last, this kind of question is, tell us the greatest thing about being a mother. And what do you love about your mother? It's kind of your Mother's Day tribute.
I'll go first. What I love about my mother, is how supportive she is. Everything that my sister set out to do, it's no pushback or anything. It's like she's gonna support. Just like when we started Weekend Fetish, she was like, "Send me something down here. I'll sell it down here."
She stay ready.
That's my salesperson. Everything that we set out when we started, like our tax business or whatever, it was just no negative. No, how some people be like, "Well, did you think about this?" Or "Are you sure?" But I never heard that from her.
She's never. Like, bet.
Yeah. When you gonna do it? Okay, I'll pray about it. I'm gonna pray for you. So I love that about my mother. The best
Alicia,
thing
I'm sorry, go ahead.
The best thing about being a mother, I have a daughter and a son, 7 and 5. I think it's just, just seeing in their eyes that they love you. It's like it's no other kind of love like that. So so just just seeing that somebody can love you so much is what I love about being a mother. There's no other kind of love.
Yeah, I agree. Alicia, with your children being grown, can you give us some advice? We have little children under 10 about being a mother.
I could say, even though they're grown, they're still your kids. So
Okay.
I always tell my son, I'm not trying to be in your business, but I'm still your mom and I need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Grown, but I still need to know where you at, what you're doing, and who you with. Those are very important things,
So we shouldn't think that it ends at 18.
It does not end. It does not end. No.
Awesome.
No, definitely not. And one thing that I really loved about my mom is her strength. Her strength. I watched my mom battle cancer, and she never once complained when she got the diagnosis. She never once complained when she went through. Up until the day she passed, I'd never heard her complain. And so I admired her strength a lot. And the fact that anybody that I talk to that knows my mom, they just always have really good things to say about her. So, I know she was a good person, but the fact that a lot more people than myself and my family know, that really means a lot.
My observation is that you have her strength. You may be just like your dad, but I think you have her strength. That's my observation.
I definitely think I do. Yeah. Yeah.
And Nicole, what's something wonderful about being a mom to you?
Man, just seeing them, I still look at them sometimes and don't, just can't believe that they're from me, and man, I didn't think, with me having kids so late, I didn't think that I was going to have kids, and when they came and kept coming, it's just I just love to watch them, and I love how much that they love me, no matter what I feel like I have or haven't done right, they still gonna love their mama no matter what. So that gives me so much joy, so much. And I love that they're close in age as well.
Yeah, I always, because my brother and I are 11 months apart, and I always loved that. I always loved that. Even though my mom tells me that she cried all the way home from the doctor when she found out she was pregnant with me. But my mom was able to encourage Nicole.
Yes.
Yes, she was able to encourage Nicole when that happened to her.
Yes, she did. She really did. I think I called her.
You did. You did.
Yeah, but that was, because I wanted twins, earlier in life, and God knew that I didn't need twins. He's like, let me give them to you one at a time, but I'm gonna put them close together. So that was just fine for me.
I thank you, ladies, and I thank everybody on for your time. Twala, will you give us the website for Weekend Fetish? And you're running a special, right?
I am. The website is weekendfetish.com. And we're running a Mother's Day sale where you get 20% off. So if you just log on, then you'll get 20% off.
Thank you. Anything anybody want to add about their business? I'm going to give y'all a few questions, a few fun questions, and then we'll hop off. Anything anybody want to add? I just want to say
add anything about my business, but I just want to say to you, thank you. I'm really enjoying this, and it's so good to, you see people that you grew up with, and just getting to have this conversation, and we're not, doing a comment on social media, like I'm really enjoying this.
This is the beginning of something. I'm just trying to hear from God what it is, because I don't think I said this to y'all. God gave it to me, and I hate when people say that. Like you'd be like, what? God gave it to you. And he gave me Alicia and Twala. And I was at home that weekend. I was telling my mom, it was a weekend, maybe early April. And I was telling my mom, I was like, but I gotta think of a third person. I had even talked to Nicole on the phone that morning. I was like, duh, Nicole. That's really how it happened. It's really how I was in Huddick. And I was like, I want to do this. And you know, God gave me Alicia and Twala. And I just need to think of one more person. I don't know why 2 wasn't enough, but and yeah, so I appreciate you all so much. Let me live my dream. I love to interview people. I love to get in the minds of people and know why they did what. So thank you all for letting me live out some of my dream tonight. I'm gonna close with a few questions, fun questions. If you got 30 minutes in the day, that's not earmarked. Would you rather take a nap or prep for tomorrow with your business?
I'm not napping. I'm not.
You're not
No,
napping?
I'm not a big napper. I'm gonna prep.
You're gonna prep for the business. What about you, Twala?
I'm napping because I don't get enough sleep.
Nicole,
Would I rather do or what do I actually do?
what do you actually do?
I'm not gonna prep for the next day. No, I like to watch Netflix if I can,
Okay. Okay.
but I won't nap. No.
So do you pay? So guys, do you pay somebody to clean house or do you clean yourself to save money?
Oh, I pay.
Pay.
Yeah, I pay.
Yes.
I remember years ago, I was single, my house was clean. Oh, yeah, those were days. Anyway, I said, Mama, would you be embarrassed if I got somebody to clean my house? She was like, no, you're a single woman, you're a business woman, get somebody. I've been paying somebody ever since. I will not get my hair done to pay somebody to clean the house.
Yeah.
Well, we clean, so
You clean yourself?
we clean, but well, my husband clean a lot because I'm, yeah, he does the cleaning a lot, and I, run the businesses and stuff like that. So, but if I can find somebody, I would get off of his plate.
It's the middle of the day, and you're done for the day. Do you meet some friends for lunch, or do you meet Bay at the house?
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Yeah.
Nicole, I know what you. I don't even know why I asked that to you.
I meet Bay for lunch.
Yeah. It's gonna be somewhere with Bay, y'all. Trust Nicole and Kevin. I call her husband cousin because he is. It's gonna be somewhere with Bay. A few weeks ago, I tried that meet Bay at the house. I was like, dang, why did I call him home? Anyway, we are 9 years and counting. So anyway, thank you all. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Happy Mother's Day to my mom, Deborah. I don't know if she's on or not, but happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I know my mom is definitely not on, but happy Mother's Day.
Thank you all. I'm so proud of you ladies. Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.